Hey there, it's Kat, and this is Brews and Reviews. So as I am sure that everyone out there is aware right now, June is Pride Month. So I don't know if you guys know, I have mentioned it, a couple times in different videos. I am bisexual. So in honor of Pride Month and, just me being a bi creator, I decided that I'd like to do some recommendations or just mentions of books that I've read recently that have bisexual characters in them. Also, side note, I'm gonna leave a link to the website where I got this top because there are so many cool designs on this website, and it's run by someone who I used to work with. They're an amazing supporter of the LGBT community, and if you want to get some fun clothes for Pride Month, or just, you feel proud, then you should head to Proud Animals because they're an awesome website. Also, that's not sponsored, I just really love Proud Animals, so I think more people should go and check them out. So we're gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna put it out there right now that some of these might be spoilers, not intentionally, but just, if the book revolves around a will they, won't they, or a love triangle or something, I don't really want to give anything away with who the person ends up with, so I'm gonna try my best not to spoil anything, but if you do think that sort of relationships in general are a spoiler, then, be careful with this video. So first on my recommendation list is a YA urban fantasy that I talk about a lot on this channel, and that is the Wicked Lovely series. Specifically, I'm holding up the second book because that is when our bisexual characters really come into it. In books 2, 4, and 5 specifically, these books feature bisexual characters who are related to the Dark Court. Niall and Ariel, who are my favourite characters in the whole series, and they're just so perfect for each other. They sort of go into a polyamorous relationship with a character called Leslie, and they're just so cute. So if you like sort of dark fae, urban fantasy YA, then these are the books for you if you want some bisexual rep, because they're so cute. So the next book I want to talk about is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Colthurst. This book is a fantasy book with magic, and it starts off with Princess Denna being sent away to a rival kingdom where magic is sort of disallowed, and she's meant to be marrying the prince. Only she starts to develop some feelings for his sister, the Princess Mare. In this book, I think Denna identifies more as a lesbian, but Mare is very clearly bisexual, and, this book is adorable because alongside their burgeoning romance, there is magic and intrigue and political points, and I just loved it, and I can't wait to read the second one, which I still haven't read yet, and I need to. Next up we have Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert. This book is a mental health contemporary book, and it's great. The main character of this book is Suze, and she's returning home from being at boarding school where she has had an experience where she started to question her sexuality. She's been involved with a girl, but it didn't really particularly end that well. Now she's come home for the summer to visit her family. Her brother has been dealing with a recent diagnosis of bipolar disorder. So there's a whole lot of mental health representation, as well as Suze's uncertainty over what she wants to call her sexuality. There's a lot of other LGBT rap in this. So this deals with Suze's feelings towards a girl as well as her feelings towards a guy. So it's really nice to see how she's understanding herself. I really enjoyed that. The book is very hard to read, so if you are of a sensitive disposition and mental health stuff is quite difficult for you, maybe give this one a little bit of a miss, or prepare yourself before you read it because it is quite difficult to read. The next book that I want to talk about is a sci-fi book, and that is Collapsing Empire by John Scalzi. This book has a lot of different characters all over the span of the empire, and basically you follow the newly crowned emperor, who's the leader of the empire, and you have some scientists, and you also follow Kiva Lagos, who is part of a merchant family, and she takes no shit from anyone. She will be with whoever she likes, no matter what people say. She will do whatever she wants, and she will kick ass while she's doing it. She is my absolute favourite character in this series, and she's just amazing, to be honest. She is the no-nonsense bisexual queen that I wish I could be. I love her. Also, the book is really good just in a general sense. The whole storyline is that the flow, which is how they get between each planet system, is collapsing, and this is about people just trying to realise how it's going to collapse and different things about it, as well as their own separate storylines. It's really interesting, you should definitely check it out, but also Kiva's the most badass, so The next book that I want to talk about is a YA sort of superhero book, and that is Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. In fact, this whole series is just amazing for representation. The first book follows Jess, who is the daughter of two superheroes, and she is not displaying any powers, so she's feeling all sad about that, and she decides that she's going to go and have an internship at a local company. And it turns out that the company that she is interning for are the local supervillains. And that's just an interesting story anyway. Now, the cuteness comes into it in the fact that she has a massive crush on another girl that works there, and they are adorable. This is very obviously bisexual. She's come out at school, she's just living life. The way that their relationship develops is so cute. This series also has trans rep and ace rep, so I think that you should definitely check it out. The next book that I'm going to talk about is one that I didn't actually like that much, but everyone else on BookTube does seem to have liked it, so I feel like I'd be remiss if I wasn't talking about it. And that is The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman, because I mean, spoiler, everyone in this book is bi. I'm gonna put it out there that like 99% of the characters in this book are bi, and I like it. The bi rep is great in terms of people just being normal about it. They just like who they like, and that's that. And people don't really seem to care about what's what, so that's quite nice. There's also some great disability rap in this. The atmosphere is great if you like Stranger Things and the Raven Boys, and basically creepy monster that lives in the woods that sort of takes people from the town. It has that kind of vibe. So if you like that sort of thing, then this one's probably for you. It didn't quite gel with me. I don't know what it was that missed the mark for me, but I definitely think it's worth reading anyway. The next book that I want to talk about is The Wicker King by Kay Ancrum, and this book is about two guys who are, for the most of this book, in just a super serious codependent friendship type relationship. Most of this deals with mental health because Jack starts dealing with a hallucinatory disorder that progressively gets worse throughout the book, and August tries to help him deal with it while they decide whether they should tell someone or not. So who's bi? Well, both of these characters are in relationship with girls earlier in the book, and well, you'll see if you read it. They definitely have the sort of relationship where it evolves, and it is cute, but it's really strong codependency. So there's definitely bi rep in this, and there's definitely mental health representation in it. It's not the best because it is a very intense sort of thing, but if you're really after some sort of angsty contemporary with bi rep in it, then this is probably a good place to go. So I'm gonna shut up now. I definitely am no expert in this genre, to be honest. I definitely haven't read as much as I'd like to read, and I'm going to be resolving that because I want to be reading more and more bi literature, because I really want to expand my knowledge of my own community, I guess. So if you have any recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments below, and I will definitely check them out. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy Pride, everyone. Bye!